What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's late Mystery Knife giveaway live event. That's right, we're starting tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So sorry about that. So tonight was my son's birthday party, and we just did about 2.5 hours with a whole bunch of kids. He had 9 friends over, so we just got done doing that. Had a great time. I told my wife, she said, you're either going to have to do it early or you're going to have to do it late. And I said, well, it's not going to happen early. There's just no way. So tried to let everybody know, patrons, people on the community tab and people on Instagram. I tried to let everybody know in some way that we were going live. And it looks like most of you either figured it out or just happen to be on YouTube at this time. So we're doing our usual thing. We're going for at least an hour and a half. And we're going to draw 2 more winners. We are 10,000 subs away from 400,000, guys. We are officially at 390,000 subs. And I know, yes, I'm saying we. I mean that. I'm not saying I'm saying we are at 390,000 subscribers. That's amazing. I cannot wait to reveal the prizes. I cannot wait to see how... You guys know I love giving away knives. I had so much fun picking out this stuff. And truthfully, everything for the 400K giveaway was donated. I want you guys to know that. I didn't have to pay a penny for this stuff. There's some amazing retailers, some amazing individuals in this community who legitimately just offered stuff up. And I have compiled such an awesome selection of things to give away. I am so excited. Major milestones are, of course, a huge benefit to the channel. Obviously, there's an enormous amount of promotion there and blah, blah, blah. My favorite thing, legitimately, is watching how excited everybody gets for the knives and then actually giving them away. That is 100% my favorite thing. I am so excited to reveal this stuff to you guys. I cannot wait. But you're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. It's probably going to be a little bit of a slower crawl to 400K. There was one video that was just there was one short that was going nuts. I think I have a short that has 7.5 million views, and that thing was pumping some subs. That video has slowed down a bit, so I'm guessing maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to 10,000, and yeah, it'll be time. So maybe just shortly after Christmas. But I am very excited. The knife abides, says Jeremy. Thank you so much for joining me so late tonight, guys. Whatever the population is tonight, that's fine. I look forward to this every week, so I'm very excited to get this going. Oh boy, I do. I have the frack. Yeah, it just hasn't been unboxed yet. I think I'm unboxing it this weekend, the actual video. Funny story about the what is this thing called again? The Titano. So I actually really like the DLC Titano. This is such a silly knife, but for some reason, the black Titano feels really special. Mine came without a screw. And so I messaged PMP and they said, oh, no problem. We'll get you a screw. A few weeks went by because I haven't been able to review it yet. A few weeks went by and they said, well, I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out how to get you one. And they finally messaged me and said, DLT is going to send you a screw because they have these. I wanted a single handle screw. Let me show you what DLT sent me. I got a package today from DLT. I wanted one screw. So listen, legitimately, if anybody picks up the black Titano and they, for some reason, need an extra handle screw, I have a bunch. So let that be known. Anybody who decides they want to pick up the Titano, I can't remember if it's on pre-order at DLT or use my link. I got a link for DLT in the description. But if you pick one up and you're like, oh golly, I'm missing a screw, just know Metal Complex has A crap load. Look at all these. DLT to the rescue, man. Don't even bother with DLT or whoever. Just say, hey, Metal Complex has like 40 of those bad boys. I'll send them out. Anybody who's missing a screw for the black one for whatever reason, I'll send it to you for free. Oh, good question. Caleb Winslow, what do you think of the recent Microtech releases? I may or may not have all of them heading my way. I mean, I can't confirm or deny that, but I might have, in fact, I might have had them overnighted. Yeah, no, I don't know. Well, guess we'll find out. I can't confirm it. I mean, I can, I'm just not going to. I'm very excited for the Microtech releases. I'm also very excited for, I know Microtech has increased some prices, but I talked with them about their pricing for the LUDT at least. I haven't talked to them about the other two. Did you guys know that they did not increase the price for the LUDT from the base price over the last few years? Did you guys know that they just kept it the same? How weird is it? I feel like we're really celebrating Microtech for keeping their prices on at least some models, not all, but on some models in check. Microtech is actually doing a pretty good job. I mean, maybe not everybody feels that way, but I do. Like, I'm kind of impressed. Oh, they posted them for sale on their website. Okay. All right. Good. Then, yes, I have them on the way. Waylon Hubbard. Welcome to Knights Around Knights Race Your Swords for Waylon. Wylan? Waylon. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But yeah, like... Dude, I know. Glock said it. The aluminum amphibian is $300. I can't see anybody complaining about that. I agree. I can't complain about that. The amphibian... By the way, Lou, your stuff is almost ready to come back. I have to finish that Mayhem review, and it... Or wait. Hold on. Am I just being stupid? Hold on. No, I haven't finished the Mayhem review. And then all your stuff will come back. But Lou, let me ask you, do you want me to ship it back this close to Christmas, or do you want me to wait until the holiday craziness is over? I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is probably my last week of shipping before I don't take any risks with the holidays. Lou, if you would prefer, I will hold on to your stuff until Christmas is over so that we don't have to sit around and worry that, like, something bad happens during shipping. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll hold on to it. It's safe with me. It's literally, I have all your stuff in the exact box that it came in, and all your beauties are in their individual boxes, and it's got a special place under my desk. Keep them all safe. All right. So tonight, I for the first time, so we have a Nintendo Switch, and that's what I let the kids play. I don't let them play. You can I mean, I'm not going to judge you for letting your kids play whatever, but my kids, if they want to play video games, they can play Mario. They can play Minecraft. We don't do Fortnite. We don't do Call of Duty. We don't do that stuff. Again, I'm not judging anybody who does, but my kids can play Mario, Sonic, Fortnite, stuff like that. They can play classic video games. That's totally fine. So they have a Nintendo Switch, and with their cousins, the most I've done there is 4 players. But my son had 9 friends over tonight, and I was thinking, I was like, man, can you use these individual controllers as like single? And it turns out you can. So I googled, can you play? How many players can you play on Smash Bros. Locally? I didn't know this. You can play 8-player Smash Brothers locally. So I learned how to connect each because I have 8 individual controllers that make up 4 whole controllers. So I learned how to sync 8 controllers, and those boys sat, and I have an 85-inch TV. They played 8-player local Smash Bros. On an 85-inch, and I have never, man, the screaming. Those boys had so much fun, man. I loaded those kids up on pizza and Mountain Dew, and I said, here's a controller. beat the crap out of each other. And man, they played hard for 2 hours. It was so cool, man. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun watching. I was trying to go around and say, here's your special moves, and here when that smash ball would load up, man, they would just scream. It was unreal. It was so epic. They liked, who'd they pick? Starwolf, Samus. We had 2 Mewtwo's. We had a Game & Watch. We had a Duck Hunt. We had a Pac-Man. And we had a Sonic. I'm pretty sure. That's who they picked. And then we stopped the game because one of the boys ran out of lives, and we refreshed, and the kid who picked Duck, no, my son changed from Pac-Man to Sephiroth. He likes to play those are his 2 players. He likes to play Sephiroth and Pac-Man. Heavy contrast there. Oh man. I also like to play as Star Wolf and Star Fox. Star Fox is always going to be my main. We did have a Ridley. I forgot about that. We had a Ridley switch out. I think the kid who picked Sonic also switched out for Ridley. It's such a mess. All of them attacking that smash ball, and then they're all panicking trying to use it. And when one of the boys would actually, because it's all a bunch of 8-year-olds, when one of them would actually end up using the smash attack, that's a big deal. They would all just scream because everybody on screen, or more or less, would die, and the one who used it would just celebrate. Like that is how Super Smash Brothers is meant to be played. 8 people screaming. Like, it was so fun. We also played Mario Kart. We played a little Super Mario 3D World. That was a good time. Man, the Switch is such a good, like, local party console. That really was a good investment. I've really enjoyed that, especially with the kids. Dude, I know, man. Like he's Squirrel XC said, I miss the days when we played Smash Bros. For hours. I love that I can play it with my kids. I like to watch my kids play, especially with like their cousins, because their cousins live here. I don't jump in too much because I've played so much that it makes them angry, because I dodge and roll and do all that stuff, and it drives them nuts. And they hate Star Fox because he has that reverse shield. So they throw something at me or use a projectile and it gets reversed back. And I use it constantly. I spam it. So I don't play with it, but watching them play is an absolute blast. Yeah, you can do... No, you can do 8 players on one console because 2 sides of the controller, they're actually individual controllers. You can put them together and add, like, it's like a port, it's like a controller thing, and you click them both in and you've got a regular controller. So 2 makes 1 regular controller, or you can take 1 individual side and turn it sideways. So you have a joystick and you have 4 buttons, and that will work enough to play Smash Brothers on a basic level. For 8-year-old kids, it's perfect. That's all they need, right? They're just mashing buttons anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, you can actually do 8 players locally. And on an 85-inch TV, it's still chaos, but it works. So much fun. Still gotten 500 people in here so late. Thanks, guys. I figured we might have 200 or 300 people in here tonight, but that's cool. The bottom right is a full dress. That's my magma dark matte magma Zerkatai. Look at that. Gorgeous. Dark orange, dark red. Of course, probably the most beautiful ball back Damascus blade anybody's ever seen. This is ridiculous. Herman working with Balbach. This is a Mantis. Full dress. Zerkatai Mantis. We got a little bit more polish on the clip here, but really interesting dark lava Zerkatai there. Really nasty. I grew up playing Smash on N64 with all my cousins on the holidays. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what we did too. and you'd get mad and you'd rip like N64 Smash was crazy because it got personal and you'd rip the controller out of its port for whoever was beating you up. Whoever picked Kirby on N64, such a dickhead, man. Kirby was such a combo king on the N64. You couldn't, there was nothing you could do. If a kid knew how to play Kirby really well, you were screwed. They had to calm Kirby down in the newer games. And it was in Brawl, if you chose Meta Knight, it was the same thing. Meta Knight on Brawl was just absolutely nasty. Road to 400K, thank you. Yeah, somehow we're almost to 400K. It's wild. No, the giveaway has not happened yet. Don't worry. We're going to be up for a while, guys. The giveaway has not happened. There's going to be 2 winners tonight. Each winner gets to draw 2 knives. So if your name is drawn, you get bonus stuff. There's still 2 ultra premium knives in there too. So at least there's 2 knives that are worth over $200 still within the pouches. I keep having to add them in because you guys keep drawing them. Everything in the pouches is cool though. Favorite budget knife? Okay, I'm gonna have to talk about 2. Probably my favorite budget knife right now, just the one that really blows my mind. Probably the Migron Moyaro. That knife is just so unbelievably good for how much you're paying. But a knife that is not quite a budget knife because it's $78. Now I have the Ultim here, but it's so close. This knife, dollar for dollar, might be the best pocket knife in existence. That's the Civivi Vision FG. I've been talking about it constantly for months now. I'm serious. I know that like it might shock people, but this is in the running for knife of the year. I know that a lot of people like really might just be like, dude, what? I'm just so impressed that when I tell you guys, like I'm always really impressed when a company can make something that's so good for such a low cost. This knife is so excellent. I mean, really, its only flaw is the build pocket clip. Everything else is just so perfect. I use this knife all the time. I really love the Vision FG. It's just so good. The Vision FG is basically an evergreen. In my opinion, the Vision FG has solidified its place in knife world history. Snex and Civivi made an absolute masterpiece. You gotta get the Vision FG. Use my link or don't use my link, whatever. I honestly think the Vision FG is one of those knives that literally everybody should experience. At $78, I mean, it's still 78 bucks, but like in the grand scheme of the knife world, that's really not like a horrifically expensive price tag. So if you get an opportunity to experience it, you know, if you budget, you make room for it, you will be so happy with that thing. That's the Metal Complex promise. I agree. 78 is somewhat cheap in the knife world, honestly. Under $100 is kind of a safe zone for me to say it's relatively inexpensive. But I reserve the term budget for under 75. In the 2023 knife world, under 75, and I draw that line there and I stick to it. So I cannot, even though it's only $3 over, I cannot call the Vision FG a budget knife. I got to stick to my own rules. It's a little bit on the larger side. Yeah, the Vision FG. I think they would be smart to make a mini. I mean, what do you guys think? Don't you think Civivi would be really smart to make a 3/4 size Vision FG? Just like right here. Right here. Thin this up a little bit. Same lock. Snex needs to for sure get on that with Civivi. And man, if they can get that thing in for under 75 bucks, and honestly, Nitro V is fine. But if they put 14C28M on this sucker and make it about 75% the size, you're going to make a lot of people happy. Doing it late tonight. We're going late. Had a birthday party, got it done, and this is about as late as I've ever gone. We're gonna be up until, let's see, what time did I start? We're gonna be up until 11 tonight, guys. Are you ready? Are you guys ready to go till 11? 11 my time. Some of you guys are gonna be here until midnight your time. Hope you're up for it. Some people saying no. Bummer. I'm here to listen. I dedicate to my time frames. A lot of you recently have been, because you guys know I'm a metalhead, you guys have all been telling me to check out this one song, and I gotta be honest with you, I found that song organically. My phone YouTube just recommended it to me, and I just let it play through while I was in the gym, and I lost my mind, and the song is The Poetic Edda, and it's by a combination of bands. Sinestia, the lead singer of one of the other bands that I listen to, I can't remember, but honestly, it's the best metal song I've heard this year. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and you watched my story, I'm sure you're very confused and alarmed by my story. I like to do those weird anime. Let me know, did anybody see my story tonight with the little animated knight that like flashes colors and had that heavy metal background? Yeah. So that is the song that I'm talking about. The Poetic Edda was if you like deathcore. Right, but they throw so much stuff. Now, they used an electric violin. I'm pretty sure they used an electric violin in one of the breakdowns. Oh my God, that song is so epic. Oh my God, it's so good. I like Five Finger Death Punch, but I'm going to tell you that the song I'm talking about is definitely on another level. We're talking about 2 or 3 levels up in terms of heaviness. That guy's voice, it's the lead singer of, who's the guest singer in the Poetic Edda? I can't remember. Paul Munko did some artwork for him. So he told me, he's like, I know that band. And I was like, oh, cool. The Poetic Edda. Here, I'll type it in chat. Here, in fact, I'll just link it. It is incredible. And it starts off like you're gonna start off hearing it. And you're gonna be like, well, it's just some like nothing metal song. And then it gets going, and the breakdowns hit, and it is relentless. Can't play it because it's gonna be copyright. But I'll link it in chat. It is the most absurd. It is definitely the best song that I've heard all year. There it is. Unreal. If you like metal, click on it. If you don't like metal, do not click on that. It is going to be way too intense. That is very, very heavy. What time zone are you in? Chicago Central. What's the jingle in the background? So this is just an NES music playlist. So this is Adventures of Lolo 3. But what I've learned is that a lot of these titles are recycled from original Japanese titles. So I always feel like I hear a melody that I recognize, and then I realize that it's a melody that was used in another NES game. Had too much grape juice, might buy the Vision FG. I can't tell you how many purchases I've made. Oh, speaking of really cool purchases you guys should check out. So I bought another fixed blade. And I think, from what it looks like, I think it might be the best. Hold on. I'm actually going to create a link for you guys. I should have mods that do this, but I don't. So, yeah, I'll just do this real quick. I'm gonna put this in chat. I'm gonna just create an affiliate link real quick so you guys can check it out. But I bought this fixed blade for full price from DLT. Truthfully, I feel like if I asked them for it, they would send it to me, but I really like DLT trading, and I think they're doing really great things, and I think they're very, very, very in tune with the enthusiast knife world, and I think they go out of their way to do that, and I really appreciate that. So that makes me want to buy from them. So this is the fixed blade I bought, and I think, to me, and it's made in the USA, I'm pretty sure. I think this is just about as perfect as it gets when it comes to fixed blades, in my opinion. But I just lost the... Darn it. It's the Demco... let me go back to DLT trading. Sorry. I'm caveman here. I'm typing. I'm sorry. It's the Free Rain Clip Point Magna Cut with the gray rubberized handle. Yeah, USA made. Now it's $200. That's pretty pricey, but my God, that is just about as perfect as it gets. Like, I mean, for like an all-purpose, like heavy duty, yeah, the Free Rain. Do you ever review ballast songs? I have never reviewed a ballast song on this channel, but I'm not saying I never will. One day there will be a ballast song that catches my eye. So far there has not. It's the Demco Free Rain. Jason Thune is a good dude. I've talked to him on the phone twice now. He's very cool. Very nice guy. The Free Rain is excellent. I don't have it here yet. It's coming. It's on the way. That's why I'm kind of reserved in what I'm saying. But the way that it looks, and like given, you know, what Demco likes to put into their stuff, I just really feel like it's going to be just about perfect. You want to see the Strider 3/4 AR? This is a user. This is my... It's an old DLT trading S90V 3/4 AR. I mean, it is like... It's a user. Like, this is a user. I love this knife, man. I love the 3 degree. It's kind of uncomfortable, truthfully, but the 3/4 AR is such a good knife, man. Like, it's actually kind of uncomfortable to disengage. This has broken in very beautifully, and I really like this knife. Big fan of that one. Also, fully made in the USA. What is the one on the left of the Strider? Oh, that's the Spyderco Python. This is getting sent into a mystery. I'll talk about it when I have it fixed. But a pretty famous knife maker and designer was like, "I can fix that. Just send it to me." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." So this is gonna go. I'm actually gonna send this off to have it slightly modified by pretty well-known maker, so we'll see what happens. I thought that was pretty cool. The Ishtar, no, I've had that for just a minute, but this is a Magna Cut Persian Ishtar. Kind of a bluish purple ano on that one. Pretty cool. This is the Les George. Oh, somebody help me out with this one. What's the small? The SBR. This is the actual mid-tech SBR. Very expensive. You can find these on USA Made Blade right now, but it's got this one's got the FDE coating on the titanium, and it's S45VN, but it's a full-on USA mid-tech. They're definitely over $400. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Favorite user lately has been this guy. This guy and the one that's in my pocket right now is the MSI, but these two have really been dominating my pockets. Neither of them have lockup issues, as I've demonstrated many times on camera, but my aluminum stitch has been my favorite user for sure. New stuff. So I got I blew my December budget. I just spit all over these knives. Thankfully, they're all mine. I blew my December budget on this guy. $900 for a Skiff Fugitive. Oh, God, look at this beautiful boy. That's my boy. So good. God dang, I love Skiff knives, man. Absolutely gorgeous. God, the flipping action. Anybody who owns one of these knows. I have 2 Skiff knives now. These are 100% worth the money. I'm not saying everybody needs to be rushing out to buy a $900 knife, but if you're somebody who buys knives in that territory, especially if you love USA made knives, get a Skiff. Oh my God, man, so good. Did it? I got somebody spamming the alien thing in chat. All right, I see it. Did anybody watch Joe Rogan and oh my God, who's the alien whistleblower that made history? Real history. As an extreme skeptic, this is the first time that I've been like, well, now hold on a second. Who's the guy? Not Lazar. Lazar had me intrigued. This guy got me. Not Lazar, the new guy, David Grush. Did anybody watch Joe Rogan and David Grush? Number one, if you don't know who David Grush is, this guy actually made history. This guy's actually getting the ball rolling. I went from skeptic to, oh man, what? Are you serious? Like this was a big deal. And he did his thing, and he's got the attention of Congress, and has all the credentials, and has all the experience, and he threw his whole multi-year military career out the window to get this going. And once he was, done doing the really serious stuff, he went on Joe Rogan to talk about it. I listened to that whole thing. Oh my gosh. He has submitted proof, and that's why it's so crazy. He submitted proof, and and this is all tied up. It's got caution tape around it, right? But see, here's the thing: like the skeptic in me says, I'm still gonna hold out for the proof. But he's made much more progress. He actually got the attention and said, "Hey, this is serious. You guys need to look at this. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. They pulled the blinders over Congress, and this is unfair to the American people." And I was just like, what? Apparently, according to him, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. We know a lot more than we've let on, or at least certain groups or organizations. And it's just, we'll have to see what happens over the next few years. I know people always say, oh, it's a psyop, a diversion, right? But I mean, how many psyops and how many diversions to one realistic scenario? They can't all be psyops, right? It's too easy. That's a lazy thing to just be like, oh, it's a psyop. Eventually, something is true. And the more you listen to this guy, the more it's like, I'm not sure what he has to gain. And he's also he's serious, but he's also like, there's a lot of the way that he presents himself where I'm like, man, this is a real person. So I thought David was great on Rogan. But anyways, I don't want to get hung up on that. I am, just like everybody else, obviously not going to put all of my eggs in any basket. I want to know. I want to see all the steps to this. This is going to be multiple years before we get to really understand. One thing I'm pretty sure of is there's definitely some stuff flying around that's in the sky that has some people bothered. I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is. Could be anything, but it's definitely got some people a little bit flustered. It's definitely got some people pretty confused. And I'm not 100% convinced it's us. So I want to be a believer. I do. I really want to be. But I'm not gonna say, oh, it definitely is. It could be, right? There's some stuff that's flying around that's a lot more advanced than the stuff that we have. You know, it could be us, technically, it could be us testing some equipment that's just way beyond the capabilities of what we normally have. But it also could not be us. It could be from somewhere else. So I don't know. I believe that it's there. I believe the stuff that's flying around, the stuff that they've caught on camera, I believe that's actually there. I just don't know who it is or what it is. You say it's time travelers. Well, then I have so many other questions. Think it's time travelers? What's the purpose? If time is linear, then there's a purpose to it. But, I mean, haven't we kind of decided that kind of breaks the rules of time travel? If they're coming back in time to prevent something or change something, or maybe maybe it's not linear and it's just a research project, right? I guess I could believe that. I kind of like the idea that we are just primitive little goofballs and we're kind of like an interesting habitat and they're just observing. If it's aliens, that's much more believable. If they're here looking, they're probably just like, don't disturb them. Let's just see what happens. This is an interesting, these people, these things that live on this place called Earth. Let's just watch and see what they do. I guess I could believe that. I'll tell you this. If in the event that if we're being visited, right? If something has managed to visit us, if they decide that they want to be hostile, there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. If they manage to get here, the implications of them getting here are that they are so much more advanced. It would be hilarious. It would literally just be like a hobo with a Nerf bat standing on railroad tracks trying to stop a train. No, not even a train. Like an apocalyptic tsunami. That would be the equivalent of human beings trying to stop aliens. There's nothing you can do. A nuclear warhead would be nothing, right? So I have to imagine if they're here and they haven't done anything yet, they probably are not interested in laying waste. I mean, I would hope. Maybe that's just me being a silly, a hopeless, naive optimistic. But, you know, there's nothing we can do. If they're advanced enough to get here, we'd be missed if they wanted us to be. So why worry about it, right? What are you going to do? Technically, we could get hit by some sort of rogue meteor at any moment, or the sun could decide to have a tantrum and just completely obliterate us at any moment. So why worry about it? Sorry if that ruined your night, but it's technically true. See the blue knife in the middle? Bottom row middle? Yeah. That's a Herman Ishtar and Magna Cut with a particularly nice textured, technically a textured finish. Look at that. Oh boy, that is real nice. The boys over there at Herman Knives, Bartosz Herman. Oh man, that is real nice stuff. I think they hit this at 62, which is not bad at all for Magna Cut. Real nice geometry, which again is very important. You can see this guy is not thick anywhere. That's a nice cutter for sure. What do I think of the new Troodon and LEDT and the new what is it? Hera? All three of them are coming to me. So I'll tell you as soon as I get them. I have all three coming. I finally got to talk directly with Microtech, so it's safe to say you guys are going to see a lot of Microtechs on this channel. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that all the viewers who have been willing to loan me awesome Microtechs, but I finally got to just talk directly with Microtech, and so cool new Microtechs will be here very quickly in the future. The Hera 2 is huge. It's got to be like 9 1/4, 9 1/2 inches. It's huge. Very good looking. No billboarding, I agree. And again, let's celebrate the fact that the LUDT pricing has stayed the same. They didn't take an opportunity to price hike. That's pretty neat. I want to remind everybody that the knives out on the table are just eye candy. They're just conversation pieces. The actual knives that I've got for the giveaway are off camera, and they're not part of the mystery giveaway. They're all, in fact, I'll just get all the pouches out. They're right here. You don't know what's in there. There's anything from budget knives to knives that are worth well over $200 in here. So if you win tonight, you'll be able to pick 2 pouches. Either way, you're going to take 2 knives. So just want to let you know. But the knives out on the table are just eye candy. But there is some very serious and very expensive stuff coming for the 400,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be in 3 to 4 weeks. Dylan Wages, do you ever check? So for the stitch, periodically check E-Knives, check Southern Edges, check, I think PVK Vegas gets them periodically. Those are less traveled. Knives Plus also gets them. So check those. You maybe even right now. They do pop up there. What's the reason for the spamming? What are you trying to say? Is that the same guy spamming over and over again? Don't you knock that shit off? NC Blades, also a great one. When is the drawing? Later. I like to hold you guys captive for a bit. So the strategy with my live stream is to not say it. It's at the end. And then hold everybody captive because it keeps the audience, it keeps the population high. And when the population's high, it's a lot more fun. But I'll let you in on a secret. It's towards the end. I know you guys are cool. You guys will hang out either way. The Midgard. This is a weird one, man. I don't know what to think of this. It certainly is a looker. The Sleipner. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's not grindy. It's just very tight. This is also not comfortable. This is okay. This knife is for people who just like really weird Midgard's Messer knives. And it's Midgard's Messer, guys. It's typical. Here's the other thing. That's probably a flipper tab, right? Yeah, it's too tight for that to work. So I don't know what the idea here is. It's interesting. Look at that. Man. It is cool, though. I mean, and it's also very solid. Look at these stops. I think what's happening here is the stop is actually contacting the frame all the way around. Wild. Don't know how you remove that. I mean, look. What is holding this in, you know? Super weird. The Sleipner. I agree. Midgard's Messer does make cool knives. They do not care, man. They're just like, okay, so what's the norm? Like, they just take, like, whatever the most, like, you know, fad knife is. Like, whatever the most fad knife design is, they go, okay, let's do the exact opposite of that. And they're successful. Midgard's Messer is doing great because they know, like, people don't like to see the same thing over and over again. You know, if you get something from Midgard's Messer, it's going to be completely different, and that's fun for a lot of people. Thoughts on the button lock penguin? It's excellent. It's very good. Let me show this. And I lock tested this. You'll see it on the unboxing. I lock tested it. It was great. This is very good. 14C28N. It's got a nice flipper tab. Honestly, also, here's the other thing that's cool. Look at how this is actually a plunge lock. Look at the detent. That's really good. They did a great job with this, and the action is really spectacular. Honestly, for a lot of people, this will be a reason to pick it up again. And for some people, it'll be a reason to pick it up for the very first time. Now, this one's a lot more expensive, but it's still a budget knife. So, yeah. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. Great pocket clip, ambi, nested liners. Good stuff from QSP. Happy with it. Best knife under 150. That's tough, man. Honestly, probably the Vision FG, like dollar for dollar. Now, if you want the best American knife, you want the best. If you want to go specifics, like I mean, it depends. Like I'm always gonna have a list of stuff, you know. And like you can't ask me that right now because I'm all kerfuddled. You gotta let me have like a morning think about it over some like just regular dark coffee. That's when I do my best thinking. Between, I would say 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. with a dark, heavy coffee. That's when most people do their best thinking. After my workout. Ritter Hogue is well over 150 now, though. I want to say the base press in the Ritter Hogue is 180 something, isn't it? Somebody help me out with that. Isn't that the case? Yeah, the bottom right is an Ermin Mantis. Full custom. 6 a.m. I wake up. My first alarm goes off at 4:45 and my second alarm goes off at 4:50. I'm up. Have my gym stuff on, and I'm out the door by 5 o'clock to 5:05, and I'm in the gym from about 5:10 until about 6:40, 6:45. Then I get back to the house, wake the kids up, make them breakfast. My wife gets up, we get them ready for school, and then I get them to school. That's my morning. And I know that sounds I gotta wake up before. I'm telling you, I used to make fun of that too. Until I started doing it and I got used to it, and man, the productivity, adjusting to a full-time YouTuber lifestyle was not easy, and I gained a lot of weight. A lot of you have heard this story. I gained a lot of weight and I decided enough was enough and I'm going to lose it and I'm going to take control of this. And I started going to the gym. This has been over a year now consistently, and I lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds. I went from 270 to 220. I'm much happier. Waking up early, it sucks for the first 3 weeks, and then you get used to it. Once you get your internal clock set, you're good to go. Kunwu absolutely makes the best Chinese knives under 300. Easily. That's an easy win. Kunwu is like dollar for dollar. Kunwu makes some of the best premium knives. Like if you need titanium and an exotic blade steel and you want it heat treated properly, and you don't care if it's Chinese made, you're looking at Kunwu. Period. If you want to go toe to toe, that's a terrible. That's honestly that's like going toe to toe with Mike Tyson in his prime. You want to fight with Kunwu over value like an execution? Kunwu has it down. Yeah, this is my new blacked out. I did decide to keep this, by the way. That's a full DLC Herman Dragonfly in M398. That is a nasty boy. Beautiful. absolute darkness. Did you guys see that Kunwu, speaking of Kunwu, he did a video where he said, do you want to see the durability of our DLC coding? And he took a bit, like a Wea bit, like this. Now, I'm not going to do this because I don't know. Number one, that Herman was very expensive. But here's what Kunwu did. Kunwu took one of their DLC knives, and they took a bit and scratched the bejesus. He ground this into the blade and made a bunch of marks, right? And then he took a simple cloth, wiped it off. I know you guys have seen that video if you follow them on Instagram. No marks whatsoever. No marks whatsoever on the blade. They do an absolutely serious DLC coating. When it's true DLC and it's that hard, which is 80 or higher Rockwell, it really will just shrug off the scratches. It was amazing. I could not believe it. I'm not gonna do that, but I trust that Kunwu was legit there. Golly, there's 900 people in here. Really? What time is it? 10:21. You guys are awesome. What's my go-to drink? Cheap light beer. I am not a fancy boy. I'm a fancy boy when it comes to pocket knives, not with my beverages. Occasionally, I'll have a Guinness, or I'll have a local. Locally we have an oatmeal stout that's made here in town. It's pretty good. Most of the time, I like Michelob Ultra. That's what I like to have, mainly because it's low calorie. You guys can make fun of me from that. That's fine. A man of culture. I also like Yingling, and I like Bud Light. You know, I know people are going to poop all over that. I just don't care. I cannot be bothered with the drama of that. I just don't care. I don't have enough time or emotional energy in my life to be bothered over that. I've drank Bud Light since I was in my early 20s, and I just don't care. And also, the same company owns Michelob, and when people drink Michelob, nobody says anything. It's right. It just seems like a bandwagon thing for a lot of people. Yeah. See, there you go. Like, that's what you're gonna see. It's like a knee-jerk reaction because people have been conditioned to think a certain way. An inanimate object can't actually do anything. The symbolism of it means absolutely nothing to me. It's an inanimate object. It's liquid in a can. It represents only the physical space that it occupies, which eventually is my belly. So I just don't care. I'm gonna drink it and then pee it out. It's not gonna change anything, you know? I get friends who are just like, oh, you're drinking Bud Light. Like, dude, eat a boot. Take your shoe off and eat it. Consume it. Do it right now in front of me. I know you guys joke. I know everybody in here is pretty chill. Very few people are going to be super upset about that. I bet I lose 7 subscribers for saying that. I bet tomorrow it'll say, like, you lost 7 subscribers right around the, you know, the 10:24. At 10:24 p.m. CST, you lost 7 subscribers over the Bud Light comments. My thoughts are, if you're bothered by that, you're probably the same type of person who, like, goes into the comments under a really, like, you know, if you go into, like, Instagram Reels and you get into arguments with people under, like, about politics under Instagram Reels, that's the type of person who's going to get upset. Like, if you have that much time and you have that much emotional energy to spare, like, those are the type of people. I like to read those comments, but I would never take part in. I only do that on my own channel. But hey, live your life, man. Do what makes you happy. or what stimulates you. Sometimes being aggressive online is stimulating for some people. You like to troll them, okay? Well, I mean, everybody there is technically troll. Like you got trolls there trolling trolls, and then the trolls back, and then you got people who kind of lose the sense of where they are, and then eventually, if you're a troll trolling a troll, the end result is you're just wasting your time. You're literally spending your time doing nothing. So I like to glance over and look. I'll watch a video and I'll be like, oh boy, I bet the comments are saucy here. And then you scroll down and you go, yep. I'll read a bit and go, anyway, I'm going to go on to the next one. Because you're not getting anything done. Aluminum scales for the Vision FG? No, I haven't seen those. I just drink beer. I don't care if it's beer. That's all I care. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whatever. Listen, if I'm at a gathering and they're like, "Hey, listen, we're out of everything but Smirnoff Ice," I'll be like, "You know what? Ice me." I don't have that much pride. Just that's fine. Give me a Smirnoff Ice, man. I don't care. If that's all you got, I'll make do. Give me the Zima. Just hand it over. If you're at like a social event, I'm not saying like you have to. I'm just saying if you like to just casually sip on a beverage, like, and that's all you have, I'm not gonna like be like, no, my pride is too. My pride is insurmountable. I'm gonna sit here and drink milk. Some of those are okay. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the ciders are okay. All right, we got to get back to knives. People popping in, they're like, have we reached a part of the live stream where he's talking about the psychology but behind accepting a Smirnoff Ice? Who cares? What is the Mike's Hard Lemonade of knives? The Mike's Hard Lemonade of knives. The Kershaw Bare Knuckle? Is that a manual or assisted knife? No, that's mean. The Bare Knuckle's a pretty good model. Oh, the CRKT Assisted Ignite is the Mike's Hard Lemonade of knives. There you go. The CRKT Ignite. It's not a bad knife. It's a good knife. But it's a casual. That's a casual blade. That's an introductory, I don't know what I'm doing kind of blade. It's the same reason, like if you're new to the social drinking thing, you might pick up a Mike's Hard Lemonade because it's easy. For the same reason you might buy a CRKT Assisted Ignite. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Ultim is my... You're just saying it's the same color. There's no depth to that statement. You have to think about it. Use your brain. Ultim is yellow and Mike's Hard Lemonade is yellow. It's just the same color, guys. There's a pee-pee color. It's pee-pee. We have heard that. Ultim is the same color as pee-pee. Haha, yellow. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. You're bordering on dehydration. I mean, we're gonna delve back into the health part of this. If this is the color, you might have a slight. You need to drink a little bit more water. If this is the standard shade, about right here where we've been, if this is the standard shade, you're probably a little bit dehydrated. You got to drink more water, man. That's real. Drink more water. If it's in the morning, it's okay. Everybody's dehydrated in the morning. You went 8 hours without drinking any water. You're just peeing out candle wax at that point. But you have to drink more water. If you're peeing that color at 3 in the afternoon, you should drink more water. What's the top knife? This guy, Frank N's like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to donate to him to get him to stop talking about pee and start talking about knives. What's the top, the knife top third from the right? That is the this is a wild one. Thank you for your donation. That is the CJRB Frac in titanium and S90V. Oh, wait, no. AR RPM 9. For some reason, I thought this was... You know what? I'll tell you why. Because they did send... Am I wrong? Did I dream this? Doesn't a CJRB Frac exist in S90V? You know what? I've got it over here. I know. I'm not even going to answer that. I know that I didn't dream this up. Hold on. I feel like I've got one in S90V. Don't answer. I want to find it for myself. That... Oh, I forgot about this one. Oh, I should have brought that one out tonight. Woo! That one's in S90V. Look at that. Oh, look at that, boy. That's nice. The Echo, the S90V textured Echo with the sand wash. Ooh, beautiful. So you do have the... Okay, I'm not going to look for it anymore. I've already seen you guys. You say the Frac does exist. The Frac exists in AR RPM 9 and steel, which is what I have here. I thought it was the Ti in S90V. But there is a titanium in S90V Frac, as well as the Echo. This is Mega Man. I recognize this. Which Mega Man? Is this 2? Yeah, it's Mega Man 2 with the weird art. Look up the box art from Mega Man 2. It is weird. They were clearly like, listen, American audiences are not going to accept the Japanese box art. We have got to make some 80s retro, like, superhero box art for this stuff. Still digging the Flytanium Arcade? Absolutely. It's definitely one of the best knives of 2023. Best of the year? No. Honestly, not in the running for Knife of the Year, but very good. Just thinking about the Spyderco MX2 and S110V. I think if anybody's going to do S110V the way that it's supposed to be, it's going to be Spyderco. But I prefer Spyderco's S90V over their S110V. It's too... They get it so hard that it's really a nightmare to sharpen. I know there's a few people in here who are legitimately professionals at sharpening, and they'll tell you it's not that big of a deal. But sharpening Spyderco's S110V, for me, is not fun. I become very frustrated. I don't mind S90V. S110 is so chippy. God, it just won't go to the apex is so fickle. The Rex 121, there's something in Rex 121 coming. I can't tell you about it. It's not my knife. I'm not making my knife in Rex 121. But you guys are going to see Rex 121 in a production knife fairly soon. It's coming. A fairly affordable... I mean, when I say affordable, it's still multiple hundreds, but you're going to see production Rex 121 fairly soon. You guys all tired? Wake up! It's 10:34. Come on. What are you guys in your mid-30s? Just like me? You getting tired at 10:30? Come on now. I'm tired too. From working in college. This guy's like, dude, I'm dedicating a huge chunk, a very important chunk of my night. Like, this guy probably should be cramming right now. Well, no, probably not. You got tests? You're done with tests, right? Surely, Aiden, are you You got tests coming up or you on vacation? He's like, dude, I'm in college and I'm working. I'm dedicating a certain chunk of my night to you, you ass. Sorry, Aiden. You have tests, Aiden? I'm just curious. I mean, it's been a long time. I went to college twice. Nah, he says, nah. He said, hell yeah, I started work at 5:15. Thank you. I'm joking around, but I do appreciate you guys being in here this late. There's 1,000 people. What the heck? There's 1,000 people in here. And you guys are amazing. I know I say this all the time. I just didn't expect this many people to be here. LOL. Thanks for the donation. It's not a button lock hinder. It's the hinder auto. The automatic XM18, 20 CV and full titanium. It's that time. I'll be right back. You guys know. You know the drill. I'll be right back. Alrighty. That belt, I tightened it too tight. There we go. If you're wondering when I'm going to draw, the answer is very soon. Very soon. Because you guys are being kind and being here with me for this live stream, and even some of you are even donating, which is really nice. I'm actually going to give away 10 memberships real quick, directly from me. Very kind of you. So here's 10 random memberships to 10 random people in chat. You'll have the Excalibur emojis and the Knights of the Round badging for a month. You don't have to renew it if you don't want to. It's $2 a month if you want to. And if you didn't win and you want to be a knight, just go down into the description and click on the link that says become a member of my channel. It's the third link in the description. $2 a month, supports the channel. You'll get the badges like you see in chat and the Excalibur emojis, and it's just fun. You can also join my Patreon, which is separate. You can click on the second link in the description that says my Patreon. You'll gain access to the once a week Patreon exclusive content, once a month Patreon exclusive giveaways, and my private knife sales. You'll also gain access to the Discord and the private Patreon chat. So there's actually quite a bit you can get there. Joining the $1 tier will literally grant you access to everything. Whether you pay $1 a month or you join the $50 a month tier, which not many people do, but it's up to you. Either way, you get the same access. I don't gate the access on Patreon. So whatever you want to do, it's there. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits. So fun community over there. There's over 800 patrons. We're very cool. Thank you so much for being a part of my Patreon, everybody, or the people who do. Anthony says, it's also my wish more YouTubers are like that. Yeah, I've always believed in making tiers equal. I don't like the idea of gating stuff off. Like when I created Patreon, I thought, initially I had some like fun stickers that you could get, like if you joined a higher tier, and I thought, you know what, why don't I just make a sticker store for people who want that stuff, and then just offer more stuff to everybody on Patreon? So I have lots of tiers on Patreon, and people can choose to donate whatever they feel like donating. But I feel like, personally, the $1 tier should grant you access to the same stuff that the $50 tier does. That way, people can just do what they want. Like, I'm going to do my thing on Patreon, and if you're supporting me in any way, like if you're like, hey, here's $1, I appreciate that. In a lot of ways, just as much as people who donate more, right? And yeah, I mean, at this point in the channel's lifespan, the channel has succeeded. I mean, I'm here. So now it's, the important thing is that I do my thing and try to give as much back as possible. So I mean that. That's my philosophy on that. So. The drawing is coming. The drawing is coming. Can we see the Vegemite? You want to know the story on that? I should have recorded it, but me and my wife and kids all tried it. And Vegemite is the most horrific thing I've ever tasted in my life. If you live in Australia, why do you have that? I understand it's healthy for you, but honestly, like, for real, I would rather be loaded into a trebuchet and have it tilted to fire at the ground. And at the exact impact site, I would prefer that there was a landmine there. That is an experience I would prefer over having another bit, another minimal amount of Vegemite in my mouth. I would rather be trebucheted into a landmine than have more Vegemite. It is bad. It's bad. It tastes like someone liquefied like. Imagine someone wore only Crocs with their bare feet for 20 years, and then you took those Crocs and you melted them, you liquefied them, and then you put them in a jar and let that liquid solidify. That's what it tastes like to me, with a hint of cayenne pepper. It's terrible. Is it like Nutella? No, Nutella is pleasant. Vegemite is terrible. Honestly, I think Vegemite is up there with coleslaw, man. It's really bad. So the person who sent it was the person who did, my brain isn't working right now, the Grambo Russ, and I know he's from Australia, and he sent a bunch of really, really nice, really good snacks, and I know that he sent that Vegemite, because I have to imagine Australians love watching American people, or hearing about American people trying Vegemite for the first time, and they obviously do it wrong. He told me afterwards, he was like, you got to spread it on bread, and you got to do this, you got to put it on toast. He said it's really good for you, and there's a right way to eat it. We just like took a spoon and took a little bit and just put it in our mouths, and I know that's what he expected me to do. It was really bad. New skiff. Yeah, this is my December budget was spent on, almost dropped it, a skiff fugitive. Beautiful. I had a few options. A mess. As soon as I saw the post on Instagram, I was like, oh man, I got to get a fugitive. I saw this bad boy with the zero ano on the pivot collar, and I thought, man, those blue accents is just enough. Such a beautiful knife. I'm going to go for it. Mirror flats, hand rub satin bevel, or swedge, and bevel to the cutting edge, and just beautiful. Really, really nice. Such a perfect knife. If you're gonna spend $900 on a mid-tech EDC, like that's one of the best ones you can buy. LOLO gifted one membership. Thank you very much. It was very kind. And Michael and SC was the lucky 1 in 1,111 people. 1111 who received that tonight. It's time to start clearing these knives because it's about time to draw. And I got to cut this off. I think the latest I can possibly go is about 11:05. I still have some stuff to watch. And I know my wife is honestly probably in bed, like asleep at this point. Did you guys know? I mean, we've announced this pretty much. Did you guys know that we're expecting our third child? It's very exciting. She's obviously very tired, but we've been trying for a bit because we wanted 3, and so I know that I've said this at least one other time, but we finally managed to get number 3 cooking. So. Very exciting. Thank you. I'm very excited. I love being a dad, and as stressful as it can be sometimes, it's it's the old cliche thing. You wouldn't trade it for anything. I get 2, and my life is busy as hell. But you know what? We wanted 3, so we're just gonna go for it. Due in May. So we got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we're gonna have a new one here. So yeah, initially the idea was 8, 5, 2, like that kind of spread. This one just took a little longer. So I think we're gonna be done though after that. We're gonna go 3. We both came from families with 3 kids, so that's what we wanted to do. So very excited. I'm already outnumbered. I usually get voted out pretty quick. Dad usually wants something that's different. Like the kids usually side with mom on everything. So I'm already I'm already outnumbered. All right. You guys need to do this, okay? You cannot, I say this every time because I know there's always new people. If you're new to my live streams, listen up. And I'm going to make this real easy on you. You have to do what it says. Why are my knuckles so red? Is it the camera? Yeah, a little bit the camera. Well, my hands look really red and wrinkly. You have to do this stuff, okay? You have to do this. You have to do the step 1. Link in the description, okay? You can't just comment and chat. No, I've just had my blood test. My cholesterol is fantastic. My doctor told me I should frame my cholesterol because it's amazing. So don't give me that. I do my blood work. My cholesterol is awesome. I must have transparent skin. And see, like I came up here. I think it's because I leaned over. Yeah, I'm just transparent. If you're in chat right now, you can't just be commenting in chat and thinking you're entered. It's not going to help you. You have to do this. Open the description and click on the very first link. It says enter here in all caps. It says enter here, live participation required. Click on that link. It's a short video that just explains how I do things. You do not have to buy anything. You don't have to be a member of anything. You don't have to be a patron. If you're watching, you can enter. and then just leave a comment. Preferably a PG comment so that YouTube does not filter you. Here are the 8. Let me get the iPad loaded up here. Old man hands, man, I'm 36. Don't give me that. I'm 36. $36. Not old. When I hit 40, I'll still be doing YouTube. Trust me. Then you can call me old. Then everybody can collectively, you know what? We'll do a celebratory live stream when I turn 40, and you can all make fun of me. We can all do the whole over the hill thing. You can all do that. It's fine. I'm 36. In my mind, I'm still 24. I'm not turning 30 until I turn 40. I better have 1 million subs by I'd be really bummed out if I don't have 1 million subs when I'm 40. When I hope so. That would be great. $66. I love that there's people in their 60s watching my live. That's so flattering, man. Got people in their 60s staying up, like, watching my live. I'm so flattered. That's just really, like, I don't know why. That's just so flattering to me. Hats off to you, ladies and gentlemen who are in their 60s watching me right now. I'm legitimately very flattered. Thank you. Sorry, I'm pulling up the entry video so I can copy the link and put it in comment picker. All right. Okay. All right. Let's reload the page. Whoops, we gotta go to the top. Fresh page. Come on. There we go. Fresh page. Here's the link. You can take a look at that. You know, pause the video, type it in if you want, make sure it's the real deal. Filter duplicate users. That keeps people from, you know, gaining the benefit of multiple comments. Let's see how many comments here. $1,400. God. 1,359 comments. There's your odds tonight, folks. We have almost 1,200 people in here. Sincerely, thank you for this amazing population this late. God, I didn't expect anywhere near this. It's been a long time, guys, since I've done a live stream this late. Very cool. Thank you. So, there's your odds. Let's go down here and choose the first winner tonight. The first winner is Tyler Hadfield, 166. It's a green tea. The Manix 2, 10G, I feel the Manix 2 lightweight. Almost says screws instead of pins. I need to know. I don't think so, but chat can answer that here in a sec. I gotta look for Tyler here. I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. Green tea, forest green tea. There he is. Got him right there. He says, what? No way. There he is. All right. Tyler, make this real easy on you, man. 1 through 8, I need you to pick 2. 1 is here, 8 is here. Give me 2 numbers. Chat, slow down for Tyler so we can find him. I thought these were rigged. Tyler said, I thought these were rigged. We just made a believer out of Tyler. His whole universe is upside down. He's going to question the reality of everything now. Tyler, 1 through 8. This is the best comment I could have possibly got from him. That was great. Give me 2, Tyler. He's like, I'm not holding my breath until we get shipping confirmation. 3 and 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 is, oh yeah, this is the Kubi. I can't remember. I mean, like, you guys got to forgive me here, but some of these like Kubi. This is, oh wait, what is the blade steel here? Oh, there it is. OS 10 Kubi button lock. I honestly cannot remember the model here, but it's a nice Kubi button lock, and honestly, accessible for the reverse flick. Nice little jimping spot there. Yeah, very basic Kubi, but very nice for sure. So that's your first one. Kubi Drake, possibly. And the other one is the Micarta Civivi Elementum 2, which is essentially a gravity knife because it has no flipper tab. And that guy is in 14C 28N. So this is the larger button-only operated Elementum. A larger boy there in 14C 28N. So there you go. Your 2 knives tonight. Congratulations. So, as I always say, don't be concerned if I don't reach out to you until Friday of next week. That's generally when I do shipping, but please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com and listen up because this is very important. I need your full name, your full shipping information, and I need the exact 2 knives that you want. What I do is I screenshot this when I see it, and I keep it in a folder so I know exactly who you are and what you want, and it makes it much easier for me to go through the process of creating the shipping label and confirming with you and etc. So give me all of those details and email me here, and I will confirm with you no later than Friday of next week. And I will provide tracking, and you'll also receive, of course, the knives and their original boxes as long as I have them, which I'm pretty sure that I do. If not, of course, you'll receive the knives either way. So congratulations. There's 6 knives left. Again, there are 2 premium knives packed in here. We're finally on a spree where people are not picking the premium stuff, which is making it a little bit more interesting. The final winner tonight, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to pick another winner. The final winner tonight is User XR1VP9QW3J. Love the content. We're looking for a purple Z. Very unique name. Purple Z. I mean, it's just a YouTube generated name, unless he typed that out, which is interesting. Wait. Z Schwab says, I think that's me. That's actually possible. Yeah, I think that actually is Z Schwab. Okay. I'll tell you why. Because YouTube does this goofy thing where they sometimes give me the name of the person and sometimes the generic name of their... Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's Z Schwab. Hold on. We also have a Zane Domkey here, though, that's also a purple Z. Yeah, that is a problem. So here's what I'm gonna do. Z Schwab, all you have to do is right here it says love the content. This is a real easy way to do this. Edit your original content to where, or your original comment. Screenshot it as it is, where it doesn't say edited, where it says love the content, and then edit it and type 1122 and then screenshot that and send it to me under the exact same email, and that way I'll know it's absolutely you. And email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com, of course, with your shipping information, your full name, all of that, right? There's no way for him to give me this and the timestamp and everything and then edit it and have the exact same thing. Like, I mean, he's the only person that's going to be able to do that. So do those 2 things. Give me a screenshot of the original timestamp and the original comment. Send it to me. Right? I'll know because the timestamp cannot be edited. And then edit it and you know, like change it with that code and send it to me. And that way I'll know it's absolutely you. I've got a few different ways of doing that. That's one of the easiest ways. So go ahead and pick your numbers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I need 2. Not a redraw. That's him. Z Schwab 2 and 4. 2. It's super easy to determine who's real and who's not. 1, 2, 3. You said 2 and 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. These right here. Oh, nice. We have a 154 CM Kaiser Clipper, not the Kipper. I've made that mistake before. The Clipper front flipper in 14C28N and micarta. Very nice clip, by the way, and ambi, if you happen to be a lefty. And then your other knife, is it the premium? No, but interesting. One of the only fixed blades. This is the Civivi neck knife. Super lightweight Civivi neck knife. And it does come with, yeah, the chain, if you want to wear that. The Civivi neck knife there. Congratulations. You've won 2 very nice knives. All right. So as I said, of course, do those things with the codes and all that. Show me you are who you are, right? Email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. Full name, shipping information, the codes, all of that, the screenshots. And again, don't freak out if I don't email you back until Friday of next week. That's just how I do things. Just makes it a little easier on me. So, congrats. Let me put these back so I don't forget which ones they are. And there we go. I'm going to leave that fixed blade in the sheath, obviously. And there we go. Okay. I got about 5 minutes that I can hang out here, guys, and then it's time for me to, technically it's time for me to go to bed, but I'm probably going to stay up a bit and watch a little bit of either whatever my wife has on TV or whatever I want to be on TV, depending on whether or not she's asleep. So the music just died right there. That was the end of the playlist. One more song. Let's just go to the playlist 3. There we go. I have 3 playlists that I do, totaling, I think, 5.5 hours of NES music. That's what I play on my live stream. So, Snow Bros, level 1, classic. I would play some metal music, but it's all copyright. We tried that one time, and I didn't get a full-on copyright strike. It just was like a, hey, you can play this, but you can't monetize. And I was like, oh well, I still want the ad revenue, right? Yep, I do 2 a night. Four knives given away, 2 a night. I have a lot of stuff to give away, but I have to give it out strategically so I don't run out of stuff. But truthfully, the pile is pretty huge. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how many knives I'm giving away for 400K. That's a surprise. But I have 50 more knives I could give away. But I got to keep a stockpile, so. Show the 4 others and give it away? No way. Look at that. The Donut Corvid XL. The most serious knife in existence. Pretty cool, honestly. Honestly, I think it's probably my favorite donut knife. And it's fairly affordable. I don't know when this comes out, but It's pretty sweet. 154 cm. Unintentional abomination. We have to remember, they're being ironic. Honestly, I feel like Concept knows people are tired of it, and they did it anyway. It is no match for the Wiener Blade. The Wiener Blade has the most power of the ironic pocket knives right now. That is ironic. Essentially, the Wiener Blade is the ultra instinct of ironic pocket knives. Grimlock says, FedEx, more like fed up. Am I right? What's the Family Guy bit? How does that guy laugh? Oh, we've reached that point of the live stream, guys, where it's just not fun for anybody. Baloney Lord Donkey Hammer, that will live on in infamy. Honestly, at some point I would love for a company to pick that up. That was back from that short that I did where I just named knives based on what they looked like, and Baloney Lord Donkey Hammer is probably the most famous of those names. So any company, if you would like to pick up, then if you would like to name your new model the Baloney Lord Donkey Hammer, you are free to use that, but I would like to make a suggestion and limit the usage of that knife to an extremely thick Donkosaurus of a knife. That thing needs to be an absolute chunk shovel. You cannot use that name on a knife that is a thin, wimpy boy. You need you cannot have that bestowed upon your weak, crispy bacon knife. Like it needs to be heavy duty. Oh, Zane said it, not him. No, I'm not making fun of anybody. It was an opportunity to reference Family Guy. When's the next giveaway? Next weekend. All right, guys, I'm pushing 11:10. I'm pushing my luck here. It's time for me to go to the bedtime. Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you for hanging out and staying up late with me. Even if you didn't win, I hope you had a good time. This is always fun for me, and that's the real reason I do it. I just like going live. So you guys can expect to see me again next weekend at the usual time. But I will warn you, I will remind you, as we approach Christmas, I will miss not one, but 2 live streams. I'm going on vacation. For the first time in a year, I am taking a week off. That does not mean that the channel is going to slow down in content. I have pre-recorded content at the ready, so the content will progress on as usual, but you will not get live streams for probably 2 weekends. If I can squeeze one in, maybe, but at least 1 weekend is going to go without a live stream. So it's not Zane. Hold on. You guys are upset about something else. Zane said it's not him. Saying something different. So who won? Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on. All right, hold on. I'm paying attention now. I thought you guys were talking about something else. All right, I'm looking now. So the person who won is saying it's definitely not. It's Z Schwab is the actual guy. Okay. Is Z Schwab still here? Is he still here? Because if so, I'll let him redraw. Is he still here? Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, so Z Schwab is the winner. I'll tell you what. Here's an easy way to do this. I got a ton of knives. I'll give you both knives. Both of the purple Z's. Email me. It's really, honestly, it's cool, man. I'll give you guys both knives. I'm not gonna like do this like whole investigative thing. If there's any confusion whatsoever, I'm happy to just accommodate. So just email me. Both purple Z's, both people who could possibly be confused here. Just email me at middlecomplex87@gmail.com, and I'll just give you two knives. I honestly I don't want anybody to be left out, and if there's any confusion, it's easy for me to decide, but if there's any confusion, like authentic confusion, it's really okay. I'll just give you a couple knives. And again, like I know people will be like, what? So like people can just like say and manipulate this and get free knives. You have to understand in this situation, we have an issue where YouTube, it's because of the stupid way that I do this. YouTube sometimes gives me the name of the commenter, and then when they go to chat, their name is different because their user ID is different. Now this can be confusing, and obviously, I don't want anybody to be frustrated, but honestly, I think that the best way to do this is just to, try to be accommodating for, people who are confused, and just work this out. So go ahead and email me. I'll work it out. We'll get it done. Don't worry about it. Thank you, guys. I don't want anybody to feel like they're left out or cheated. It's perfectly fine. I got knives. That'd be a shit move for me to just be like, nope, sorry, technicality. Nope, we're good. Just email me. We'll work it out. All right. Hope everybody. I know. Maybe I already had the right draw. It's really cool. It's really okay. Like I mean, nobody who, nobody was cheated in this scenario. You guys have to understand this conclusion that I'm coming to. It ensures that absolutely no one was cheated, and that's very important to me. So that's the way I'm going to work it out. I thank you all for being here. Sincerely, I love my live audience. I love everybody who watches and interacts with my content in any capacity. I sincerely hope you have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.